is this? Guys, I feel like I'm a very accepting person. Truly, I want to like something about her. I'm searching for something to like about her. And it's so hard because she suffers from such a rare disorder of being unable to just be a human. Do you know what I mean? So, she left the royal family because it was just so unattainable and out of touch. And here she is in Montecito putting together perfect little baked pies to Do You Believe in Magic? Like it's an Eat, Pray, Love sequel because that's so attainable and relatable. Right now, we can't afford groceries and people can't put gas in their tank. But yeah, here's Meghan Markle showing you that she likes to take something and elevate it, because I'm sure this is exactly what she was doing before she met Prince Harry when she was a D-list actress that was like stripping down on suits, but she wants us to believe this is the real her.
Guys, Candace Owens has officially gone all in, and this time she's aiming straight at Meghan Markle. In a fiery takedown, Owens questioned Meghan's authenticity, flat out suggesting that Meghan Markle is completely fake and that many of her emotional moments are nothing more than staged performances crafted to win public sympathy. And let me tell you, this call out has sparked an absolute movement online. Suddenly, Meghan Markle is being accused left and right of faking family activities for social media. This led to people digging up that St. Patrick's Day video where Meghan shared a behind-the-scenes clip of herself making homemade waffles for Archie and Lilibet. But here's the kicker. Fans are now convinced the whole thing was fake. They've dissected the footage frame by frame, claiming her kitchen setup looked staged, the waffle batter was pre-made, and that Meghan wasn't even the one flipping the waffles in certain cuts of the video. The hashtag Wafflegate started trending, with critics saying this is just another attempt to sell a carefully curated family image rather than showing real, candid moments. So join me today as we dive into this latest chapter of the Meghan drama, and let's figure out why so many people are convinced that Meghan Markle is nothing but a liar who's willing to do anything to stay relevant.
Let's make a show.
Let's go. I've always loved taking something pretty ordinary and elevating it. Surprising people with moments that let them know I was really thinking of them.
What? This is probably one of the most glamorous moments of my life.
It's magic.
I'm just learning.
Look at how much honey we have.
Do you believe in magic?
We're not in the pursuit of perfection. Woke us all up. We're in the pursuit of joy. Love
I
is
can't
in the
take it anymore. Get out,
details.
get out, get out. Uncle, make it end.
So guys, Meghan Markle is back in the spotlight, and her latest appearance has people asking one big question. Why is she so fake? You see, this all blew up after Meghan's so-called raw and unfiltered podcast drop. The one that was supposed to show us the real Meghan, with no makeup, no script, just her being herself. But here's the twist. Critics are saying it was anything but authentic. Candace Owens was the first to call out Meghan on her BS, and she didn't hold back. She basically torched Meghan's whole image, claiming she suffers from what she called a rare disorder of being unable to act like a genuine human being. And she didn't stop there. Owens went even further, saying Meghan will never convince anyone she's authentic because everything about her public persona feels staged, polished, and honestly kind of hollow. And here's where it gets messy. Remember Meghan's old podcast, Archetypes? That show was already slammed for being way too rehearsed and perfectly packaged. Well, people are now saying this new stripped down version was just more of the same. The emotional pauses, the trembling voice, even the tears. Fans online are calling them crocodile tears, accusing Meghan of staging her vulnerability as a marketing move rather than showing us anything real.
I've never seen someone that just struggles to be a person, like just be a human being. Like, they don't know, they sit in a room and they're like, how can we humanize you? And she's like, I know, I'm gonna go in full hair and makeup because I know when I bake with my girlfriends, you've never done this, Michaela, you invite everyone over.
In a white outfit.
Perfect hair and perfect
Who cooks in a white outfit?
Literally no one. But apparently we're supposed to relate to this and somehow go, oh, now I see why she left the royal family, to essentially create a royal in Montecito. It's so patently her, so patently tone deaf. I love it.
Now, let's be real, this is far from the first time Meghan has been accused of putting on a performance instead of showing her true self. A former friend of Meghan's recently came forward with some explosive claims, saying that the Meghan the world sees is nothing more than a carefully constructed character, and that the real Meghan is hidden away from the public eye. And honestly, the timing couldn't be messier. Meghan has been everywhere lately, relaunching her Instagram, teasing the second season of her Netflix series with love, and trying to rebrand her image yet again. But instead of winning people over, it sparked controversy. Fans are divided. Some think her emotional revelations are sweet and heartfelt, while others see them as nothing more than another performance crafted for the cameras. But Candace Owens wasn't buying it for a second. She blasted Meghan's whole narrative, zeroing in on her recent claim that she's the happiest she's ever been. Owens' take: if you have to keep telling people you're happy, you probably aren't. She basically accused Meghan of trying to convince herself just as much as the public. And if you want proof that this isn't just speculation from critics online, many point directly to Meghan's own Netflix project, With Love, Meghan, as the clearest and biggest example of her so-called fake personality. The show, filmed in a sprawling rented mansion in Montecito, was marketed as a lifestyle series that would finally let audiences see the real Meghan. Instead, it only fueled more skepticism. Viewers were promised an intimate glimpse into her daily life, from making homemade spaghetti to crafting candles and even putting together bath salts with friends. The concept had potential, relaxed, approachable, maybe even charming. But what people got, according to critics, was the complete opposite: bland, unoriginal, and ultimately unconvincing. And people could see right through it. Just take a look at these shocking reviews from people who watched the show. Meghan feels inauthentic, and it's as she has to think about everything she says and does, and about how she is portrayed. The fact that they didn't shoot at her real mansion says a lot already. It's basically just a filming set with actress Meghan. No matter what she does, you can see her acting and wants to be liked so much by the public. Wouldn't recommend anyone watching this show. I gave this 2 stars, and this is primarily for the stylist who has made things look pretty. Other than that, this is the biggest waste of time. I can't work out what it's all about. The whole things was incredibly contrived and fake, with constant faux laughing. It just feels very try hard and embarrassing, and she doesn't even seem comfortable. The whole "don't you know I'm a Sussex" was very snotty and bizarre, given her determination to slag off all things royal. Yet you must refer to her as the Duchess of Sussex. It just felt uncomfortable and inauthentic, and like a very long advertorial for a random collection of very basic things you can buy in any grocer.
Netflix wants their pound of flesh. She owes them. That's it.
Yeah.
You signed a $100 million deal. He's got to do Invictus Games. She's got to do something. And unfortunately, there's just not much for her to do. So she's trying to lean in and make people think she's some cross between Victoria Beckham and Oprah. And she's just not. Everyone sees exactly who you are. Like Victoria Beckham and David, that's actually who they are. You know, that's actually where they're from. They speak about their backgrounds. It's super cute. She's somebody that is pretending. She's been pretending for so long. Truly, she is cursed with being a D-list actress. And that's what this is. It's D-list acting trying to sell normalcy.
Broadcaster Esther Krakwe summed it up bluntly when she spoke on the Sun's Royal exclusive show. Her verdict? There's nothing there. She went further, saying Meghan is not an entertainer, not a naturally engaging personality, and that she lacks the energy and presence of someone hosting a show. Krakwe explained, "I never learn anything from her. I love lifestyle shows. I watch them every day. I didn't learn anything from hers. And she's just not entertaining." What's more, Krakwe highlighted something that resonated with many viewers, that the Meghan seen on camera felt like a carefully constructed character rather than an authentic individual. She said, "It was clear from the first episode that this is the way she sees herself, and who she actually is quite different. That gap between image and reality is precisely what critics like Candace Owens have hammered home, calling Meghan's attempts at authenticity staged and artificial. And yes, the show briefly cracked into Netflix's top 10, but its success was short-lived. After the initial buzz wore off, the feedback was overwhelmingly negative, with words like boring, drab, and uninspired dominating the commentary. Some viewers admitted they tuned in expecting to discover a fun, relatable relatable Meghan, but left feeling even more convinced that everything was overly rehearsed and surface level. Ironically, Meghan's own promotion of the series seemed to feed into this perception. When announcing the renewal of With Love, Meghan for a second season, she posted a lighthearted Instagram video wearing a sports cap that read, "Let us remain calm." She attempted to dance playfully in the clip, presumably to show her fun side, but instead of sparking charm, it drew ridicule. Fans and critics alike said it looked forced, even awkward. Another instance where her effort to appear relatable only underscored how carefully curated and unnatural her persona often comes across. And this is why, with Love, Meghan is constantly brought up in debates about her authenticity. It's not just about a poorly received cooking show, it's about what the show represents. To her detractors, it's the ultimate symbol of how Meghan tries to manufacture warmth and relatability, but ends up delivering something hollow. Whether it's staged emotional breakdowns, the infamous waffle-making moment for social media, or her Netflix lifestyle brand, critics argue it all circles back to the same issue. Meghan Markle's public personality feels like a performance. In fact, many royal watchers have pointed out that this may be Meghan's biggest problem moving forward, when someone's brand is built on relatability and authenticity, yet those very qualities are constantly questioned. The foundation starts to look shaky. Candace Owens framed it bluntly, "You're never going to convince anyone that you're authentic." And to critics with Love, Meghan doesn't prove otherwise. It proves the point. Now, Meghan has tried to pivot the conversation toward her lifestyle brand and her role as a mother, hoping to present a more intimate and relatable side of herself. She revealed that she writes nightly emails to her children, a detail clearly designed to tug at heartstrings and showcase her devotion. While some fans saw it as a tender moment, critics immediately labeled it as contrived. To them, this was yet another carefully packaged soundbite, part of a broader strategy to manufacture relatability, rather than a genuine glimpse into her personal life. Candace Owens was quick to highlight the disconnect. She argued that no matter how touching Meghan's anecdotes may seem, they are consistently overshadowed by the Duchess's privileged background and perceived self-obsession. The issue, critics claim, isn't that Meghan talks about her life as a mother or as a businesswoman. It's that her version of struggles rings hollow when placed against the reality of ordinary working mothers who don't have nannies, chefs, or a multi-million-dollar mansion to retreat to. Now, Meghan's comments about balancing her brand and her family only added fuel to the fire. Instead of winning admiration, they struck many as tone deaf. Her narrative of hard work and sacrifice might have landed differently had it come from someone juggling a 9-to-5 job and childcare without external help. But coming from a royal with global recognition and significant resources, her attempt at solidarity felt to many like an out-of-touch performance. And this isn't the first time Meghan has faced such backlash. Her podcasting journey began with a high-profile, multi-million-dollar Spotify deal to create uplifting content under the banner of Archetypes. The series was meant to challenge stereotypes and empower women, but instead it was criticized as shallow, overly polished, and, at times, self-indulgent. Spotify ultimately pulled the plug, with insiders even describing the project as failing to live up to expectations. Her Netflix series With Love, Meghan, only deepened the criticism. Marketed as an authentic window into her world, it has been called everything from a hollow ego trip to a vanity project, with many questioning whether Meghan genuinely connects with her audience at all. Instead of peeling back the curtain, critics say the show highlights the gap between how Meghan sees herself and how viewers perceive her. This repeated pattern, carefully staged vulnerability, marketed authenticity, but ultimately unconvincing delivery, is exactly what people like Candace Owens argue defines Meghan's public image. Whether it's the nightly emails to her children, emotional tears on camera, or her attempts to show off a relatable, busy mom schedule, the reaction is almost always the same: skepticism. To her critics, it all looks less like reality and more like branding. Anyways, let me know your opinions in the comments, and don't forget to check out our other videos to ensure you are all up to date with all the latest tea. Till next time, bye.